See, good morning. Sunday morning here. Early Sunday morning, so I'm going to try to keep it down a bit. So I might be talking in lower voice. Hope you're all doing well. It's yeah, early Sunday morning. It's been a while. Got a whole stack of records, mostly reissues actually. Yeah, geez, I haven't done one of these in a while. It feels weird coming back. It's a bit out of practice. Anyway, so that's on in the background. Electric Wire Hustle. So this originally came out in 2009. This is the 2012 Records Day release, Records Day reissue. New Zealand sort of neo soul, funk, jazz, a little bit of hip hop in here. So yeah, these guys are out of Auckland, New Zealand. There you go. So Electric Wire Hustle is very great release. They have a new one that came out this year called Love Will Prevail, which is also very good. I might look into picking that up. I was going to say, oh yeah, so the drummer on this record is the drummer that, I know Fred, when you see this you'll know, it's the same drummer, so you get an idea of how good the drumming is on this, but obviously it's less jazzy and more funky. So that's that one. Geez, I've got about 13 records here, so I'm not sure how long this will go on for, but we'll see. I've wanted this one for quite some time. Freedom Jazz France. So this is a compilation that was put out from Heavenly Sweetness and Light in the Attic. Amazing. This is really cool. The first track, Notes Are High, really grabbed me when I first heard it. I think, is it? Yeah, the first track on side 2, Francois Toust. I can't even read this because you can see the font is sort of handwritten. But yeah, this is really nice, heavy gatefold double vinyl. It's got all the information about it. But yeah, it's just a compilation of French jazz. I think ranging from the late 60s to the early 80s, and there's a lot of diverse things on here as well. You know, in terms of jazz with vocals, and sometimes a bit free jazz. Anyway, just yeah, very good. I really highly recommend this. Freedom Jazz France. Okay, keep going with the French theme. Full Moon Ensemble, Crowded with Loneliness. So I knew about Full Moon Ensemble because of the Archie Shepp record on the BYG Actual label. Full Moon Ensemble with Archie Shepp. So I saw this. I've been watching it for ages, but it's so expensive. I managed to pick this up on the CC Music sale with 20% off. So and the same with Freedom Jazz France, featuring Claude Delclou. I know he does. I think he's got a solo album or two on the BYG label. Anyway, this is fantastic. Free, a little bit spiritual jazz. The track Samba Meow caught my attention when I first heard it. On the Superfly Records label. I know Fred is a huge fan of that label. And I gotta admit, this is a really nice package. This super heavy, thick card. Beautiful record, beautiful music. There's the label. Yeah, awesome. Atoll, Musicians, Magicians. French prog. I posted this on the Facebook page and someone was saying that the vocals really threw them off on this record, but I really enjoy it. Really cool. I guess it's French prog. Atoll. I think they've got 2 or 3 other records. So I'd like to pick those up. I think this is the reissue, came out this year on the Replica Records label, 2014. Again, gatefold. Amazing record. It's really hard to describe. Here's the label. So New Zealand, France, Italy. Electronic prog from Italy, Sensations Fix. Wow, this is really cool. Not what I was expecting when I first heard it. But yeah, I love this record now, love it to death. Fragments of Light, Sensations Fix. I think this is a record that DJ Shadow sampled quite a bit of. I think on the Private Press, I could be wrong. Anyway, kill it. Check this out. Check it out on YouTube. It's really cool. Is that one? Cold Nose, Franco Falsini. So obviously this is the guy from Sensations Fix. This is his solo release. I think this is also a reissue 2012 on what's it called? Editions Mego. Amazing. This is more sort of like an more ambient electronic and less proggy version. And really cool, really incredible, very cool. Germany, we went to German stuff. So happy to find this one. Been watching it for quite a while. Yatha Sidra, Meditation Mass. On the Brain label, again, this is a reissue. Look at that, how cool is that? This would have been in my typography video if I had it, for sure. Amazing dark art, amazing music. Spiritual, psychedelic crab rock. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. So yeah, 17 minutes track and a 3-minute track, 12-minute track and a 7-minute track. One of those pieces of music that sort of starts slow and builds up. But yeah, this is really killer. I'm really happy to have this. So yeah, this is a reissue, originally on Brain. These again, even these reissues are quite hard to find these days. More German. Faust tapes. So this is sort of like a compilation of bits of outtakes and loose ends that's put together into a... It sort of sounds like a lot of different musical pieces, musical ideas. But yeah, it's just really cool to see what was going on in their minds and hear little snippets of ideas and things like that, and it flows really well. Some really interesting ideas on this record. The Faust tapes. There you go. I don't need to talk about the artist too much. You all know Faust. Thank you to Anthony for switching me onto a listing on eBay for this. He knows I've been wanting this one for quite a long time, so it's really cool to have it. What do I need to say really? I mean, ECM, that lineup, Conference of the Birds, Dave Holland Quartet, killer, free jazz, Conference of the Birds, cool artwork too. Ray Barretto Acid, not as psychedelic as you would think based on the artwork. Still really cool Latin boogaloo, a little bit funky in here. Killer playing. I really like this record. I was expecting it to be a bit more psychedelic maybe based on the artwork, but just so you know, it's not. Yeah, Soul Drummers is a track on here that everyone sort of knows. It's like the famous one. But yeah, very cool. Ray Barretto Acid. Alright, we'll go to Sweden. I have their new record Enter on the way, but this is Exit. This is such a monster. Just can't even tell you how much this blew me away. I can tell you exactly where I was when I first heard it, and I was just knocked off my feet. Incredible stuff. So spiritual, so passionate. Almost, it's obviously an orchestra, but it's so rhythmic and so dense, and yeah, I just love it. I would love to see these guys live. I can just imagine the amount of power in the room. Wowza. So yeah, Enter is the new one that came out, I think this year? Yeah, it was definitely this year. I haven't heard any of it yet, so when I get the record, I'll listen to it for the first time. Very cool. Yeah, so there we go, Fire Orchestra Exit. Okay, here we go. Go to England. Robert Wyatt. Heaps of sheeps. What a great name. This album's called Sleep. Sleeps? Sleep. The first track's called Heaps of Sheeps, which makes me laugh every time. There's a whole lot of different artists on this one. I think Paul Weller was on this one. Brian Eno, I remember being here. I think Paul Weller plays on a couple of tracks. This was the first Robert Wyatt I heard, which is probably an unusual place to start considering this is his 8th album, came out in 2007. But look at that artwork, it's so cool. I think this is a Domino reissue. This was the 2008 reissue. Really nice package, really nice and thick card. I'll try and pull out the inner sleeves. So yeah, got this really nice artwork in here. Show that one. Yeah, geez, I'm really, obviously I've just woken up so I'm not very descriptive this morning. Robert Wyatt, very cool. Okay, last one, bring it back to Australia. Inner Space. So this is a soundtrack to a underwater documentary about sharks, I think, or I think it was just about underwater life in general. Sort of, I think of it as a library record. Aquatic jazz, I think was the description I was reading about. I know about this online. This is a really nice, listen to that crunch. what was this reissue? 2012 on the Votary Records. Killer, sort of library but jazzy, very underwatery sounds. Just yeah, I really enjoy this. The first time I heard it, I thought it was a bit cheesy, but I love it. This record. It came out on 1973 originally in Australia, and yeah, this is a reissue. Yeah, it's so good. So there we go. That's I had a few more I was going to show, but stuff that you all know, so I'm not going to bother. About 12 or 13 and stuff I picked up in the last month. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. I've got a lot of new subscribers in the past few weeks that I haven't been making videos. I've still been watching where I can. It's really busy this time of year, you know, with Christmas coming up, blah blah blah. I haven't had much time, so this is my opportunity to sneak in and making a video while my girlfriend's asleep in the other room. Hopefully I haven't woken her up. But yeah, anyway, thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.